Hey guys, it's Libby and I'm here today with an unhaul. I'm getting rid of books, A, because I realized that I don't like these books, and B, because I am rapidly running out of room on my bookshelf and there are many more steps that have to happen in terms of home design before I can get a second bookshelf. But it is in the cards, in the distant cards. So first book that I unhauled, I actually do not have to show you because I already got rid of it. That is, I don't even remember what it's called. This is a bad sign. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I sent this off to Whitney of Witty Novel. She said she had a library copy, but she really liked it. So I was like, well, I will send you my copy because I don't want it, and you clearly do. So market forces. Then the next book that I'm ditching is my collection of Greek lyric poetry translated by M.L. West. I got this my freshman year of college because I was in a seminar on literature regarding the Trojan War. So I got this and I read about 16 pages of it. And I'm never gonna sit down and read this, and since it is ancient Greek stuff, I can read ancient Greek, so I can just read it in the ancient Greek if I want. Or there's lots of public domain translations, so I don't need this book. Then comes a bunch of books that I read during the Cramathon. Cramathon wasn't awesome for me in terms of loving books, but it was awesome for me in terms of getting through books. So books I am ditching are The Devil's Dictionary by Ambrose Bierce, The Queen's English by C.J. Moore, and I talked plenty about these in the vlogs that I was doing for the Cramathon, so I will not bore you anymore with those, but there will be a link in the description. And then I also read Princess Tales. I read during the last Dewey's 24-hour readathon, and then I read volume 2 during the Cramathon. And I liked these stories, but to be honest, I'm never going to read them again unless I have to get through a bunch of books really fast for another readathon, but I would just buy graphic novels. So I'm glad I read these. I'm not so glad I read these, but I am going to part with them. And then finally, this will surprise anyone who knew me in middle school. It actually kind of surprises myself, but the last books I am getting rid of are the Artemis Fowl series, books 1 through 5. There are now 8, which I don't have the last ones. So this is a series that I was really into in middle school. You probably haven't heard me talk about it because I haven't reread it in years, although I did reread all of them a couple of times. It's about a boy genius and the interactions he has with the underground fairy world. Mostly he tries to steal their stuff. And I've been telling myself, you should reread the Artemis Fowl series, you should, get to the end, read the last 3 books, and then I just don't. I just go read something else. So I don't think I'm ever actually going to read these books, and if I did, it would kind of be at gunpoint. And they weren't amazing. Now that I'm reflecting back, I liked them and there was clever stuff, but honestly, it was really weird. The even-numbered books I thought were really good, and the odd-numbered books I thought were meh. And then there's also the fact that, look at my hodgepodge collection. I've got trade paperback, mass market paperback, trade paperback, hardcover. So, and also these types of covers were not, they were changed for the last 3 books. So just for aesthetics of the book series, I'd probably, no, I don't even know what I'd end up doing because I'm not going to have to. But I was considering just rebuying the first 5 books to have them in a nice set so they'd all match. And then I was like, no, that's silly. I'll just buy the last 3 books in hardcover and have them not match. And then I was like, but my book 2 is kind of beat up and it's tiny. So maybe I should get another book 2, and then which cover do I get for that, and do I get it in a hardcover or paperback so that it matches with the first 3 or so it matches with the other 2. I don't have the mental energy for this, and I don't really have the interest to reread Artemis Fowl. So off to the used bookstore they will go. So fare thee well for now. Sorry to have such a bummer video about all the things I don't like.